Welcome back to No Bad Lies. I'm here with Kevin Na, an incredible golfer, a Korean god, if you will. That's what he's known as in the streets. Here on No Bad Lies, we're going to play a par 5 here at Rio Seiko Golf Club. I almost forgot the name. Rio Seiko Golf Club here in the beautiful Las Vegas, where you're a resident. Not raised. You're a California boy.
Yes. Born in Korea, moved over when I was 8. Grew up in a place called Diamond Bar.
I love Diamond Bar. In the east, baby. Out east.
Where all the Asians are.
That's where all the Asians are. That's where the best Asian food is.
Yeah.
In fact, I've heard some of the best Chinese food is out there. Is there good Korean food out there?
Yes, there's some good Korean food out there. There's a place called Ongane that I used to go all the time.
Slow down. Do it again.
Ongane.
Ongane.
Yep. And then that's more like, not quite Diamond Bar, that's more like Rolling Heights. And then for some reason, like Diamond Bar, Rolling Heights area, they say Chinese people they say it's a great feng shui. And they say it's a great place to live, Diamond Bar especially. Yeah. And that's where all the Asians live.
Did you feel like your feng shui was good growing up there?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I had a good career. And, the funny thing was Snoop Dogg used to live in my neighborhood. And,
really?
We joke that he hides within all the Asians.
He does. Anybody that's really, that really gets people loves Asians. You know, my best friend is Asian, Bobby Lee. Shout out to Bobby Lee, who wanted to come and meet you today.
I'm disappointed
he slept in. I'm not going to lie. He overslept. And that's pretty par for the course, pun intended.
Yeah.
But today, we're going to smack around. You'll teach me some Korean.
Okay.
He taught me a few things.
I'm sure it wasn't good.
Boji? Yeah, what's boji? You could say it.
Pussy.
Oh my God, cool. I've been saying that to everyone I know on the streets.
And boji kind of rhymes.
So if you go 1 over par, that's bogey, not boji?
Yeah.
Boji would be nice. One question I have for you before we walk.
Yeah.
The name the Ironheads. For people that are ignorant to what this means, if that's your team, what are the Ironheads? What is it?
I didn't come up with it. Lived it, and it's literally a club, the head of an iron.
That's it.
That's it.
You were like, that's fine, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I had a choice.
No, I get it. There's a joke. I don't know if you've heard this joke.
Okay.
There's a joke about what the team name is, the alternative name for the Ironheads.
Dickheads?
No, the iron covers.
Oh,
this is a shot at Asians, and they cover up their clubs.
They do.
It is partially true, though.
Asians do like to cover up their irons.
They do.
They get that mirror iron. They cover it up with the head cover. Yeah.
Gotta keep it safe.
The Hanmas.
Hanma.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not gonna do too many of those. All right, let's get going. You tee off first. I'll tee off after.
You couldn't pick a downwind hole, huh? At least you gave me a wide fairway.
I gave you a wide open fairway.
Good.
Nice and smooth. It's about 540 into the wind.
Stickers on. That's disqualifications.
That is DQ automatically.
Yeah, but
But we're also, by the way, we're also at elevation 2,600 feet. I saw, so this is going to carry further than normal.
Hell, I don't know.
Beautiful. Now, have you always choked down?
I have.
You've always choked.
I've always choked down.
And can I ask you? We'll walk and talk about it, but you had a hiccup time when you couldn't pull away from it. Did the choke fix that?
I'm not very tall. Asians are shorter.
Right. You're tinier. Yeah. No, you're actually a full-size Asian.
I'm the tallest in the Na family, 5'11".
Really?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tallest Na, the biggest Na? The biggest Na. That was a perfect drive. So you've always choked down. Do you tee it up low on purpose to cut underneath?
Into the wind, yes. Into the wind, I choke up even a little more.
I want to do a Na swing. I'm going to choke down.
Just a little bit.
Like there?
Take the ball flight down. Perfect right there.
Is that good?
Any more than that. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I need no practice. Right at.
Nah, what are we? Right from the plane. Tee down, choke down.
Nice.
How was that?
Really good.
Honestly,
just slightly in the right rough.
Yeah, but the cut from the tee down was good.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a little walk. Okay, so here on No Bad Lies, I'm going to give you a couple of really bad lies to hit out of.
Okay.
You remember a time in your career when you had like one of the worst lies ever, and it just ruined the day for you?
Yeesh, it was the last tournament.
Really?
Yeah, I've buried it under the lip, and I had a hybrid, and it was like, it didn't go in even directly in it. It was like a side of the slope, and it buried coming in this way, and I couldn't believe it. Made quick double.
Quick, easy double.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed something that happened out here, and I want to ask your opinion about it because there is so much, back and forth about mud balls.
Yes.
Amateur golfers, we pick up the ball, we clean it off, we put it down if it's in the fairway. That's the rule with, lift clean. Mud balls on tour, people talk about it, but there's nothing to be done about it. Do you think there should be a time when they make this change that you guys should be able to clean in the fairway a mud ball?
So we don't play lift clean and place for mud balls. We play lift clean and place for casual water when there's a lot of rain.
Sure.
But there are times where golf courses where even though it didn't rain, it's maybe just the soil's wet and it gets muddy. I think if the rules officials kind of factor that in, if you're catching mud balls and they can make it a local rules, we're playing lift, clean, and place out of the fairways, I think that'd be a better call. But it is part of the game. Nobody likes it.
It's awful.
It sucks.
Hitting a mud ball. Hearing one of you guys after you hit to go, mud ball.
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard you say that a bunch of times.
I've said that.
Yeah.
You know who's famous for that?
Who?
Bubba.
Yeah, well, Bub. Yeah, Bub. But here's the other thing. I'll play with amateur golfers. They'll yell out mud ball. There was no mud on the ball.
Yeah.
That's a great excuse for hitting a bad shot.
I've seen Webb Simpson shank one, and we're like, what happened back there? And his caddy goes, mud ball.
Yeah, mud ball. Yeah, it must have been mud.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to these balls in the fairway.
All right.
Do you have like a really fond memory of a dish that your mother made when you were a kid that you make now or that you miss?
She was
Or
an
did your
okay
mother not
cook.
feed you? She didn't feed you.
She fed me.
She did.
And then she gave me some shit afterwards, probably. But
Would she do your fat thing? Did your mom do that thing to you?
no, I was never really fat. Well, maybe skinny fat, but not really fat.
Right.
Tonkatsu was pork cutlet was kind of I really liked that.
Love tonkatsu.
Ate a lot of that growing up. I'm a big meat and kimchi guy. Like, this is where I get confused. I love a Wagyu New York strip with radish kimchi.
Ah.
It's weird.
You want radish kimchi on top of a New York strip?
So no, not on top. So I'll slice a New York strip. I'll get a piece of the meat, and then I'll cut up a piece of a radish. Fork.
Really?
Rice.
Wow.
Is that weird?
Yeah. Well, it's different. It's not weird. I mean,
It's like Korean
unique.
barbecue and kimchi. It's the same
Sure,
thing,
but it's a Wagyu. But it's a Wagyu steak.
It's a nice steak.
Yeah, just eat that on it. It's good on its own. No, you want the radish.
I like kimchi, but I like the radish kimchi. It's not the big radish where you chop it up. It's the small talangmu. That's what they call it. It's like a kakdugi or no chonga kimchi. It's like a skinnier, longer one with the green stem. You cut it up with the scissors.
What's it called?
Talangmu.
Talangmu.
Or they also call it chonga kimchi.
Chunga kimchi.
Yeah,
I gotta get brushed up on my Korean.
and I don't like it too fermented. I like it lightly fermented.
Oh no, I want that steak on it, dude. Make it stank for me. I
Damn.
want it stinky. I
Yeah.
want it nasty, stinky. That's how I, know
but
it's
it
good.
gives it more of that sour taste.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Oh, you don't like the
No,
sour? That's
no.
what I.
Is that the American in me?
Yeah, that's a little too. That's Vegas hitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the other day it's like sometimes I look at my dish and I'm like, man, am I Korean? All right, here's Korean me, and then here's this like American me.
When a younger Korean comes up to you, you turn it on.
With
Look at a young Korean golfer comes up to you who's new,
I'm actually pretty nice to them.
just turned pro.
I'm really nice to them. I usually say, hey, man.
Mr. Na, can I have advice?
Yeah, I'll be like, hey, anything you need, here's my number. If you need help, any advice, and you have some worries or you want things to discuss, call me.
If they're a pro.
If they're a pro.
Q school?
Take a hike.
All right, so we made it to the dead center of the fairway. No surprise here. I'm going to give you a bad lie, but just for fun, I'd like to see you hit this off the deck because I do want to watch this. It's on an uphill. This is perfect for you, right?
Yeah.
You do? Do you ever hit off the deck?
I do. When I have an uphill lie like this into the wind, it's like 240, but it's like 20 mile an hour into the wind.
Yeah.
Uphill 10 yards. I'd say this is playing close to 270.
Jeez. All right, you can get there.
Maybe, yeah.
Let's see it.
Maybe even a little more if I catch a gust. But I think a good solid one should roll up. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's maybe needs to get down. I hit a
Sit down. Sit. Too much muscle.
Where is it?
And it's in that guy's backyard. Sorry! He's out on the porch. Oh, my God. He's got a gun. Come on, let's get in the cart. Let's give you a bad lie here.
Okay.
I'll let you hit this.
to get a club.
So we got to get you a club coming out of the sand. He hates the sand, which is what I love to hear. Grab another ball. 3-wood. It's the show. It's the show. You get another ball. I'll hit a 3-wood. I'll hit a 3-wood with you. Get another ball. You get another ball.
All right.
Look at him. He's complaining. Let's get in the trap.
All golfers complain, by the way.
Give me this. Yeah, they do. I mean, this is Caitlin Bunker night. Oh,
These grooves are the worst.
which one?
Get in one of these grooves right here.
Oh, really? That's where you're going to go?
Right?
Yeah, that's where you're going to go then.
Oh, jeez.
Just right there. That's kind of the worst.
Jeez.
Yeah, just hugging up against there, and it's going to impede on your downswing, sure. Okay,
You
so
want me to hit a 3-wood?
yeah, you have to hit a 3-wood. Here on No Bad Lies, we give you a bad lie. As you're going to hit this, think about a time where life kind of gave you a bad lie and how you recovered, how you got out of it. But really focus on not breaking your wrist and your downswing right there on the side of that. Good luck. Good luck.
What if I pull it off? Yeah.
You will pull it off, I believe it. Getting buried down deep, digging those. Oh! Not bad. Not bad at all. You think I can do it? Let's see. Give me a bad line, let's see.
Good luck.
Look at this dude. You trying to dig to Korea? All right.
North Korea.
North Korea. Oh, wow. What is going on up there?
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know either. This is a nightmare. Okay.
Wow.
Got out, though. Hit that guy's house again. We hit that guy's house again. Let's move.
You're used to bad lies, huh?
Yeah, I'm used to hitting out of bad lies. Okay, Kevin. All right. A little bit of shade. I get it. All right. So tell me a time where life kind of gave you a bad lie.
Right now I feel like my life is pretty good.
Yeah.
But I've gone through some things that I'm seeing. Obviously, things that happen on the golf course that, when you're a pro golfer, people see it.
Yeah.
But the personal life you don't get to see. I'm gonna go way back when I was a kid. Obviously, you've noticed that I'm Korean.
Yeah. No. That's the only reason I did this is because you were Korean. Because I love Koreans. Honestly. Korean. Do I like other Asians? Yes. Do I prefer Koreans? Maybe. That's my thing. My best friend's Korean. What do you want from me? Yeah, you're Korean, and from what I know, growing up Korean it's a thing.
It is.
Did you grow up religious?
No.
Because religion is big in the Korean community.
Yes, my grandparents are more religious.
Yeah.
Christians and Catholics, and my parents weren't really religious. They were tough.
Tough.
Yeah. I mean, I won't say they were to the extreme, but enough to where it was brutal at times. Where at least I thought it was brutal. And some of the stuff that I thought was, I still think about it this day, and I was kind of like, that was messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing physical.
No.
Okay, that's good.
I got my ass whooped a couple times.
I was going to say, yeah. Everyone deserved it. In our generation,
I deserved it.
Yeah.
But after I became like, I think 12 and up, no. But it wasn't like, it was more like, yeah.
Do an impression of your dad real fast, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it wasn't more, it was more emotional and mental, right? And I felt like my feelings didn't matter.
Huh.
I felt like I didn't have a choice. And I think till this day that really bothers me. They claim that it's for your own good, it's for you, it's for your future.
Right.
We want a better life for you. I say bullshit. It's your greed, not mine.
Right.
Have I had good relations with my parents? Oh yeah, I've had ups and downs. But the thing that bothers me the most is them not willing to admit that, you know what, we were wrong. Hey, you turned out great. We're grateful. We're proud. But some of the things we did, I'm sorry. And that's all it takes.
Right. You've not gotten a sorry.
No, fuck no.
No, fuck no.
No, fuck no.
And that's all right. But now, look, you're a three-time father.
But am I grateful for what they've done for me and some of the sacrifices? No, absolutely.
Sure.
I'm not denying that. What they did for me was move to a country, provide me with golf and education opportunities. I am beyond grateful. My brother's gonna hate me for this. He'd be like, he tries to defend them, but at the same time, he didn't live through what I went through.
Right.
He's
younger.
No, older.
Older.
He got to do what he wanted. All the attention was on me. All the pressure was on me. I was,
You were the baby,
yes.
but you got all the grunt.
I mean,
But is your brother a professional golfer?
Oh, he has a golf academy in Korea. He commentates. He does the KLPGA, the men's major championship, and he does live golf now.
Man, so it's in the blood. Did your dad golf?
Yeah, my dad sucked. He wasn't very good. My mom was a decent golfer. I'm kidding. My dad was a pretty good golfer. He was maybe a 2 handicap 1 point.
Wow.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
Wow. Yeah, the only thing I know about Korean, Bobby's father used to hit him with a golf club, and that was the only. That's why he's not out here today, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I mean, I have other Korean golfers. We share stories about like who had the worst childhood.
Right. How does yours rank in your friends?
I'll tell you, somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle.
I'm not the most extreme, and I didn't have the most. But you know what? I see it in the Western world too. I've been out in Vegas golf courses where, a white family, not to be racist.
Careful, dude.
Yeah,
Careful.
Yeah. And a dad is just ripping on the daughter.
Yeah.
For chipping poorly, and I know it's uphill in grain in the Bermuda, and it's easily chili dip it.
Right.
And he's just ripping her, and I just kind of, obviously minding my own business.
Sure. He's like, right, Kevin? You're like, no, I'm gonna go. I can't.
It's tough.
Yeah.
But look, I guess the best thing I did coming out of that was I had to control my own destiny, right?
Yeah.
And my own future, and I took the positives out of it, and I kind of suppressed and
pushed it down.
Pushed it under the, swept it under the bed, or whatever you want to call it, and I held it together. There are times that I did blow up, but I did a pretty good job of kind of keeping it to myself. I have never shared this.
The ginger brings it out. I'm the ginger wizard. I bring it out. You know what it is? Because people feel comfortable sharing. Because you can tell by the way that I look, I went through some stuff when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You think I was a redheaded kid walking around like happy and healthy all the time? No. My dad went to jail when I was a kid, and I was Opie Taylor and skinny and awkward and pimple-faced.
Man, my life was great. But yeah, going back to, I think I took that and, focused on my career, and now I'm married with 3 kids.
And now you impart on your kids a better life.
Yes.
That, you know those lessons that, you want to teach them are much more grounded than what you were given.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. There are moments where I see some of my parenting, and I go, no, I can't do that.
You hear your dad sometimes in your voice when you say something to your kid?
And then, like every middle child, my middle child can be a bit of a pain in the ass.
Sure.
But I had a moment with my son. I know he's only 5, but it's amazing how much they know. He goes, sometimes daddy can be tough on you. He goes, yeah. He goes, but dad, I don't listen.
Oh, wow. Good, Leo. Good boy.
But it's a 5-year, but I had that, it's like, and I gave him a big hug and I said, you know what? Don't forget, daddy loves you. I'm sorry. I'll do better. And he goes, me too. It's a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
But these are the conversations that you need with your kids. And I never had that. And I think it's a part of the culture that we don't share emotions, but that till this day, it hurts.
Yeah.
I might sound like a pussy here, but
no.
But I'm serious. And
I am going to give you a hug real fast, just because.
Thank you.
No, but, it's good to share.
But I think I pass that on to my kids. I tell my kids I love them every day. I do this because I want you to be better than daddy.
Right.
And especially if I see some things, out of your kids that you don't like about yourself, you want to correct that even more, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you're doing a good job. It feels like you're doing a good. I'll ask your wife after this how good you're doing. Hey, I've been rocking facial hair since I can remember, but I do like to clean shave when I go to a nice event, like a wedding or something special. I got to clean it up. And when I do, I use House of Atlas. The blades are stabilized, don't bend under pressure, reinforced, welded steel for a smooth shave with no irritation. So when I'm getting my neck or I'm cleaning up my face, the blade head has 5 US made stainless steel blades that glide right through my facial hair. And I gotta tell you, I love it. Their aftershave is great too. It doesn't burn like the old school one your dad used to put on, huh? No Macaulay Culkin Home Alone moments of screaming into the mirror. It does have a nice cooling sensation and it smells very, very good. The premium razor kits come with a magnetic storage so you can attach it to your bathroom mirror or medicine cabinet for easy storage. And now, for a limited time, they're offering 20% off site-wide plus free shipping at houseofatlas.com. Just use that code, No Bad Lies at checkout. That's House of Atlas, HOUSEOFATLAS.com with promo code No Bad Lies for 20% off everything. Stop wasting money and time on shaving products that don't look good, aren't effective, and cost way too much. Visit houseofatlas.com today. Trust me, you'll love it as much as I did.
It's like,
is your wife Korean?
She's Korean.
She's legit.
She's legit Korean.
She doesn't mess around with any of that American stuff.
No, she loves it.
She does.
She loves it.
Is she from Korea or from
She's from Korea.
Great.
She She moved over to the States. She was an international student at UCLA. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And now you locked her up. She's here.
Yeah. Best thing ever happened in my life.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Did she say the same thing?
A lot of people come up to me and say, Kev, you did incredible.
Yeah.
You married up. Not too many people go up and say that to her. It's messed up.
They avoid that, right? They're like, he's a guy.
Oh, he's a good golfer.
He's a great golfer. That's all you need.
But you know what? She loves me.
She does.
And she tells me that every day, and I know she means it.
You'll stay together forever. You have a good attitude about it. This is what we talked about before the show. Was you said how Asian kids talk to each other about their parents, and we were talking a little bit on the course about that. And you talked to one of our cameramen about the relationship that you have with your parents, and people relate.
Yeah.
And you were saying how it's uniquely Asian, maybe even uniquely Korean for your Korean friends.
Yeah.
But with white kids, I said, we gauge based on when their parents got divorced. That's like for me, my parents got divorced before I was 1. So I'm a little shaky.
Mm-hmm.
Something's wrong.
Yeah.
Before I was 1, they didn't even let me get to like kindergarten.
It's not your fault.
It's all my fault.
It's not your fault.
It's all my fault. It's all my fault. No, but that's how white kids talk. The way that you were saying how Korean kids talk about their parents and how brutal they were, how strict.
Yeah.
When a white kid meets another white kid whose parents got divorced when they were young at like a formidable age,
that's
when we're like, I'm going to be best friends with this guy. We go through the same nonsense.
Asian guys sit down and have soju and they talk about how tough of a childhood they had. It's like a battle. Oh, my dad did this. My mom did this. I still get this. And then whoever has the saddest story gets a free dinner, right?
Free dinner. But still, for the youngest, they have to cook the meat.
Yes.
So if they're the saddest and the youngest, it's a tough night. You might get a free meal.
No, they'll be like, oh, you're young. You got a good life ahead of you.
Right. But do they? Maybe.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think so, man. Not now.
But the thing is, the oldest always buys.
Always.
Most of the time. Not always, but most of the time.
What if you're the brokest and you're the oldest?
Trouble. So as messed up as this might sound, is that they avoid those kind of situations then.
So you're going out with a group of Korean dudes, and there's a guy that's older than a couple of you guys is not doing great. You just want to invite him out?
No,
we'll go to dinner without you.
Like, let's say I go to a guy that I know maybe he's not the one. I'll go behind and I'll put the credit card and pay it, and then when it comes to pay, it's like, oh, let's go. Like I took care of it. Like kind of try to avoid the situation more.
Right.
But then like when I go out to dinner with my boys, I buy most of the time.
It's you.
Mm-hmm.
When you take your team out, you pay every time.
Unless, like, let's say I'll go to someplace really, like, we'll go to In-N-Out.
Right.
And then I'll be like, hey, you've been like, what'd you get? $40.
Danny pay.
But if it's like $2,000, I'm buying.
Who's the cheapest on the team?
You've been?
By far. Huh?
Oh, by far.
Like, he doesn't want to pay for anything.
Oh, no, he's young. And he's young. It's okay.
Has he ever offered? Have you ever hit a fan or a patron?
Yeah, there's a couple that I really remember.
Yeah.
I remember 3. One of them was at the Augusta, and I hit a second shot out of the kind of the trees, and it hit the tree. I'm trying to go through an opening. It hits a tree, bounces off, and nails a lady, an elderly lady.
Oh,
in the
a
head.
woman?
And she's bleeding.
Oh, God.
And I felt so bad.
What part of the head?
On the side.
Side's not as bad as the front.
Yeah,
Front would have been bad.
Yeah, on the side, she was bleeding, and I was in shock. Like I didn't know what to say.
What do you do? Sign a glove? I mean, what do you do?
I'm like, that's gonna work. Here, sign a blood. Let me stop that bleeding with that glove.
Hold this glove to your skull.
Yeah. I apologized. Said I'm sorry. And she was like, oh, it's okay. You're like,
growing up.
Go.
Yeah. Cross-eyed.
Concussion.
Yeah.
She's like, go play your game. And I made a miraculous par.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, looking back at her and being like, thank you.
Thank you. Your head is great. Do you remember her name?
No, I don't.
Kevin.
I know.
You used her head to get a par.
My bad. Yeah.
Jeez,
But
dude.
I'll show another one.
Yeah.
I was playing the Open Championship. In a par 5, I had a 3-wood, and it's going like just left of the green. If I miss the green left, it's not the end of the world.
Sure.
It hits the guy in the back of the
shoulder blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It bounces into the gorse. Unplayable.
That's his fault.
I was so pissed.
That's his. I would fight that guy.
I was like, where is this guy?
Yeah. Get over here! Hitting out of the gorse is a
He ran
nightmare.
off. He felt so bad. He ran off.
He should. You know what? Half the time I see fans get hit, it's because they're not paying attention to the golf. Right?
Yeah.
Like they're looking away, they're goofing off.
And especially like dogleg holes where a lot of guys bail out to a certain area. Don't stand there.
Don't stand there.
But I think it's also a tournament. They should have like red zones where balls are often, over the years, you got to know where guys get hit a lot. People get hit a lot.
You got to know where the misses are.
Yeah.
So I played a course not too long ago that Morikawa, that Colin kind of started at Chevy Chase.
Okay.
What was your startup course in Southern California?
Verdugo Hills.
Verdugo Hills.
You know that one?
Yes.
The par 3 course.
Yeah, man. That's where you started.
That's where
the game got tight.
Yeah. And then my parents became a member at a place called La Cañada Country Club.
Oh yeah.
And then Western Hills Country Club.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, where did the walking in a putt start for you? Like, was this a Verdugo? Is this Verdugo that started at a young age?
No. It was there was an old pro that did it. And I kind of imitated that, and I was like 10, 11, right?
Right.
And then I just kept doing it, and it's not cool when you do it, but when Tiger copies you, it's cool.
That was the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Have you ever talked to him about that after that happened? Yeah, you guys chatted about it.
I did. Yeah, I was like, hey man, that was cool, man. Thanks for doing that.
But you owe me some royalties, Tiger. Don't ever do that again. If I catch you doing that again, you're gonna have to write me a check.
But like today it was funny thing was like in practice rounds I do it all the time and I joke and I actually once in a while I'll miss. I missed one today walking one in because I do it just to joke around.
Yeah.
But in tournament I've missed only twice in my career.
When walking in?
Twice.
Let's hope that stays at 2.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to walk one. You're gonna teach me to walk in here. Let's recover your bad lie up there, because is that guy okay or is he all right? You hit another guy as well. He's dead. Jeez, Kevin, we have to.
I got insurance.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
In this economy, I'm shocked. All right, so you went right through the green. How far over is he?
Not far off.
This is our help with Goldie. Goldie's wonderful. I called him skinny fat on the Rom episode, and I meant it when I said it.
I've heard that before.
Look at how tiny. You think he's small and in shape. He's not. He's a fatso.
Oh,
we're up here. This isn't bad at all. This is not bad. Although this, from an uphill to a downhill,
I have a good lie there.
yeah, you did.
Jesus.
You did, but it just got buried a little bit somehow. You got in some kind of a.
How is that playable?
It is. You're a professional golfer.
So,
You're a pro golfer. Here you go. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't do that deliberately.
this one's good.
These are both of yours.
This is good. I'll throw it over here. Just
No, I'm going to hold it.
you gotta hold it. All right.
I'm going to hold it. I want to see you get out of this. That dog's barking because we killed his owner.
Mike.
It's a bad lie on a downhill. Can you get out of this? I hope so. Unbelievable. If that works, oh my God.
Oh,
Turn in. Turn in.
Stoney.
God, is that ridiculous? All right, throw me that. Let me try. You have to go throw me that ball and let me try. Oh, he's got me one. Do you mind if I use your club and ruin it?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Bear, go ahead and screw it up for me. Go ahead, do whatever you want.
I'll give you the same lie I had.
60. Oh, one. And the shoes, I noticed your kicks. Get a shot of these kicks. You're auctioning these off?
Yeah, these are gifts. We had a custom made for
Beautiful.
gifts for Korea. When we go to the Korea event, we're gonna give it to some lucky fan that follows our page and is an Ironheads fan.
One lucky Korean can win this.
What? What?
Set!
What? Knifed it.
Well, it was buried. All right,
Plus 2.
Okay, all right. Let's go putt. I need to teach me how to walk in. This putt's far too easy for you. I'm not letting you do this.
Okay.
It's get down.
Yeah, it's got to be up there. Right where that is perfect.
Then.
So I've noticed every pro marks their ball differently. A lot of guys do lines. A lot of guys do dots or initials.
Yep.
You go through the T.
Yeah, I do. I've done it since I was 13.
What is that? Why is that?
I don't know. I came up with something different, and I've done it since I was 13.
All right, let's see this. Let's see you walk this in.
How am I going to walk this in? Really?
Kevin, let me have a pep talk with you guys. Let's get. You're a pro golfer. All day you've been, how do I do this? How do I do this? You better make this.
One try?
One try.
Ah,
You want me to go first and do it? You want me to show you?
sure.
I'll show you.
Sure.
I'll show you. You have to give me the read, though.
It's like 4 feet out at dying speed.
Kevin, what is it you
At
think?
least 3 feet out. Seriously.
No, it's not 3 feet.
It's 3 feet out.
He's doing this just to make me look stupid. It's at that old cup. You see that old cup?
Yeah.
That old cup. 3 feet. That's what I said. That's exactly what I said.
Oh, we're size 10 and a half.
I'm a 12, 12 and a half. What does that mean? All right. 3 feet out.
Low. Short.
There you go. Hey! All right, let's see you walk it in. Let's do it again. Let's try it again.
This is long. You're supposed to go short.
No. I like that it's here. We can do this. This is achievable. All right, let's do it again.
This is achievable? Okay.
Actually, hold on. Let's go at the exact same time.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Turn it. God, none of us. It's fine. My man. Thank you for honest. I appreciate it. Now, because you couldn't walk it in for me on camera, I do expect you to take me out to dinner.
Sure.
I'm pretty hungry.
Sure. You want Korean food?
I'd love some. Let's go get some Korean food. Thank you, brother. Hey, that's it for No Bad Lies with Kevin Na. We'll see you next time. So from this, I've taken away, you've grown up with some challenges, but you've overcome them tremendously, and you're killing it. You're having a great year, and it's going to continue that route. And I'd like to nominate myself as an honorary Korean with your blessing. So if you can say to camera, this is our new honorary Korean, I'd appreciate that.
우리가 앤드루를 한국 사람으로 받아줄 수 있나요? 이렇게 백인인데 빨간 수염에 이게 가능해요? 근데 뭐 자기가 한국 사람을 이렇게 사랑하고 한국 사람을 좋아한다니까 받아줘야죠. 우리 밥이랑도 친하고 그러니까 우리 honorary 한국 사람으로 받으십시다.
It's much longer than I thought it was going to be. I hope you said what you meant to say.
Well, you can ask Bobby.
All right, I will. That's it for No Bad Lies with Kevin Na. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
No Bad Lies. No Bad Lies. No Bad